still holding up, Jamie?
It hurts. I'm okay, though.
Listen, man, I don't want you playing at being a hero anymore.
Shut up!
Look, take it easy, man. I'm just trying to see how Sandy is. I'm just being sure he's all right, okay?
Yeah, well, that's my problem to worry about, not yours, okay, wise guy?
Right, whatever you say, man.
Hey, Lenny, look what I found outside.
What?
Sandy, I was so scared you didn't come back to the car.
Sandy!
Russ, you have to promise me that this conversation will not go further than this room.
Okay, I promise. Just a minute. Now, what is all this mystery?
Russ, Jamie's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? When? When has he been kidnapped?
I don't know. I just found out about it last night when I went over to Max.
Well, who kidnapped him?
I don't know.
Have the police been contacted?
No.
And why not?
Because the kidnappers threatened to kill Jamie if the police were brought into this.
Alice, this cannot
Russ,
be dealt with.
Russ, please, you have to promise not to call the police.
Okay. All right, I promise. I will not call them.
Russ, you busy?
No, not really.
I can't get this Jamie thing off my mind.
Yes, I know. I can't either.
Have you heard anything new?
Nothing, no.
I don't like this. I suppose there's nothing we can do.
All we can do is wait. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Why? What have you got in mind?
If Jamie doesn't show up by tomorrow, I'm going to do something.
I would really like to keep most of my furniture, and I think if we plan it out, we can fit it in the new apartment. Don't you, Larry? I was saying that I think that there's going to be room for most of the furniture, except for that extra bedroom set. But you know what? Maybe Leigh could use it. If not, maybe we could sell it. Honey, do you think we could get much for it? Larry?
What? What?
You weren't listening to me. I was asking you about the new apartment.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm just thinking about something else right now.
Right. Like half of Bay City.
What do you mean?
Well, I was talking to Ada today, and she was real short with me.
Yeah, well, you know how Ada can get.
No, but it wasn't that. She definitely had something on her mind, and she didn't want to tell me about it.
Yeah, well.
And now you're a million miles away. Honey, what's going on around here?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, but you must know something, honey. I mean, I can tell you're thinking about something. If you can't tell me.
No, baby, I do not know what's going on.
But, honey, you're thinking about something.
Yes, I'm thinking. I just can't figure out anything.
Well, can't you tell me what you can't figure out?
Yeah, I talked with Melissa Needham, and she was real worried because she couldn't get a hold of Sandy.
Well, why not? Where is he?
I don't know. But she says that she knows there are some underground hitmen who are out to get him, so he split.
You're kidding. I mean, is he in that kind of trouble?
Well, I guess he is. Anyway, he gave her a number where she could get in touch with him, but he hasn't been there, and he hasn't even returned any of the phone calls.
Maybe he's afraid to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But she said something that really made me wonder what was going on.
Well, what was it?
She said that somehow Jamie was involved with the whole thing.
And now, the continuing story of Another World. Marianne and I went by the penthouse just to see if he decided to go back there.
I take it he hadn't.
No, the superintendent let us in. There was no sign of anyone.
Has anyone seen him?
No. The mail had piled up for a couple of days, and it just looked like no one had been there. Marianne thought maybe he'd gone back there to, pass out or something, but it was at least worth a try.
Yes, it was. It was indeed worth a try, but now I think you better just stop and wait. You've done all you can for the time being.
I don't think so, Russ. I've still got a few ideas.
Rick, take my advice, will you, and stay out of this thing.
Russ, Jamie was a good friend of mine, and Marianne's.
And he was practically family to me, but this time, believe me, you have to leave it alone.
I can't. If he doesn't show up by tomorrow, Joey and I are going to go out and look for him.
Where are you going to look?
Joey's making up a list of all the possible places Jamie could have gone.
Rick, it's not a good idea.
Russ, why do I have the sneaking suspicion that you know something?
It's nothing.
Russ, I've known you a long time. Long enough to know when you're holding something back from me.
Now, what possible reason could I have for holding something back?
I don't know, but I think that's what you're doing.
No, I'm not. Believe me, I'm not.
Okay, then. But unless you can give me a good reason not to, we're going to go search for him tomorrow.
She said Jamie wasn't vowed. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's true. And that's probably why he was so upset.
Did you talk to anybody about this?
I tried. I went over to Matt Corey's house. I thought maybe he could shed some light on it.
So what did he say?
And not much. He wasn't there. Neither was Sandy.
Well, that's real strange.
Yeah, see, I thought that Mac might be able to help out if he'd been up to talk to Jamie at the clinic. Or at least if Sandy was there, he could fill me in.
What about Louise? Did she know anything?
No, she wasn't there. Just Rachel and Alice.
Well, did they tell you anything?
Yeah, Rachel said that Sandy was visiting his sister in Indiana.
I didn't even know he had a sister.
Well, apparently he does. Anyway, I went back over to Melissa to tell her the news, and she acted kind of strange, and so I said, well, okay, I'll keep checking on it.
Well, this just doesn't make any sense, honey. I mean, why is suddenly everybody gone?
I don't know at all. Say, there's something else that's really bothering me.
Well, what's that?
Well, Melissa and Sandy's boss was picked up and arrested in Las Vegas.
You mean that awful woman that everyone was afraid of?
Right, Ilsa Fredericks. Well,
yeah.
I told her the news, and it didn't seem to make her happy at all.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I went back over later on to talk to Melissa, and she said that she had heard from Sandy, and he was doing fine at his sister's in Indiana, and that Jamie was up at the clinic, and he was all right. But there was something about the way she said it.
You mean you didn't believe her?
No, I didn't believe her for a minute. The girl was hiding something from me.
Everybody is acting so strange that something must be going on.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to find out what it is.
What are you going to do about it, honey?
Well, I don't know. I just,
You know what? Maybe you should talk to Jamie.
You mean call him at the clinic?
Yeah? He'd probably be glad to hear from you, too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he can fill me in on what's happening.
Well, I guess we know who our Sandy Alexander is now, don't we? Thank you, little lady, for helping us solve our problem.
Yeah, you really served your purpose. Now sit down.
Hey, ease up on her, Hannah.
Yeah, go ahead and complain, Alexander. You just bought yourself some more time. But you, to your excess baggage, I think your time is just about out.
Wait! Please! What do you want?
For what?
To spare his life.
What do you got?
Whatever you want. He's my son.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Then who's this?
His wife.
My daughter-in-law.
Oh. What a nice, cozy little family, huh? Maybe we should have them all posed for one last family portrait, right, Hannah? I asked you a question.
Yeah, whatever you say, Lenny.
Come on, baby. We're going to be rich.
That's right. Anything you want. You can have more money than you ever dreamed you'd have. I'll get you a car to get away in, a plane ticket, whatever you need to get out of this country, anything.
Is that right?
And I assure you, you won't be pursued. No one will ever come after you.
Mac.
No, Jamie, I mean it.
Lenny, do you think he could really do all that?
I don't know.
Hey, Lenny, if you're smart, you'll take Mr. Cory's offer before he changes his mind.
And why should I do that, Sandy?
Well, there's one little thing that you don't know about. One thing that could make a big difference in your lives.
What is that?
Ilsa's been arrested, Lenny. The cops finally got her. And she's not going to be able to do you or anyone else any good anymore.
Hey, Leigh, thanks for volunteering.
Oh, no problem. I can use the overtime. Besides, Sally's busy night anyway.
Good. How's the apartment? Listen, just give me the figures and I'll record them in the book.
You know, it sure is strange.
What's strange, your apartment?
No, about everyone over at the complex.
What are you talking about, Leigh?
Well, Sally's got to do the job of 5 people because no one's there.
I don't understand you. Here, nobody's there. What do you mean?
Well, it's like everyone's disappeared.
Everyone? Who's everyone?
Well, okay, Pat's in Europe.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where Jamie is. Nobody knows where Mac is. Nobody knows where Cecile is. And no one knows where Sandy is. Everyone's gone. No one showed up.
Come on, Leigh. Somebody knows where they are. Liz knows where they are.
No. Matter of fact, she got mad at Sally because no one told her no one was showing up today. And now Sally's got to do all that work.
Well, something's very strange.
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, look, it's no problem. I'm going over there in a little while. I'm going to bring some papers. I'll find out what's going on.
Well, yeah, good luck. You know, I was just a little curious. Just probably nothing. Nothing at all.
Oh, you got me wondering about it.
Well, come on. Sally's probably just exaggerated this whole thing.
Well, I'm going to go over there. I'll find out. I'll let you know when I find out.
Well, all right, but like I said, I'm just a little curious.
You're curious? You got me very curious.
Hello?
Melissa, hi, it's Blaine.
Hi. I was hoping it was Sandy.
I take it you haven't heard anything more, then?
Nope, not a word. Can't think about anything else.
Melissa, I think we ought to tell what you found out.
No, we can't take that chance.
But if Sandy is planning on doing something stupid, don't you think it would help if the police were in on it?
Blaine, I don't like this any better than you. I don't like it that he's rushing off to play hero and rescue Mac and Jamie. But I just don't want to make anything worse by calling in the police.
What about Larry? He'll know what to do.
No, we can't do that. I mean, I understand Larry may be your brother, but he is still a cop. And Sandy made me promise just not to involve the cops.
Melissa, I know that Larry would know what to do. He would be able to help us.
Blaine, I want you to promise me that you are not going to get Larry involved in this.
Melissa.
Blaine, promise.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you don't want Larry to be involved if he could possibly help us at all.
Well, maybe he could help Blaine. But then again, he just might get everybody killed.
You can't believe that.
It's a risk I just don't think we can take.
No. I guess not.
Ilsa's been arrested? When did this happen?
I found out just before I came here. Yeah, Lenny. The cops finally got Ilsa.
Lenny.
He's lying. He's just saying that because he wants us to go for Cory's deal, that's all.
All right, sweetie, you sit down.
I just wanted to see if my husband's all right.
You let me take care of that.
No,
okay?
Hannah, it's all right. Go ahead, let her go.
Honey, you okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Jamie, I was so worried about you. I went to the clinic and they wouldn't let me see you. And when I found out that you weren't there, I just didn't know what to do. I couldn't stand it anymore. I had to come and find you. I'm sorry I got caught. Just, honey, I love you so much. I want everything to be all right.
Okay, that's enough. Break it up.
My offer still stands.
So what? We don't need you or your offer.
Hey, Lenny, maybe we should take Cory's offer.
What, you believe that story Alexander said?
That doesn't matter. We're talking about a lot of money here.
All right. We're going to consider your offer.
Fine. Take your time.
Lenny, there isn't anything to consider. If Ilsa's out of the picture, we've got $100,000. Why don't we just take another $100,000 from Cory here and get out of this place?
What about them?
What about them?
After Cory pays us off, we're going to have to kill them.
Well,
You got a problem with that?
no. No problem at all.
Hey, buddy. How do you make it over so soon?
Yeah.
You want a beer?
Yeah, it's still pretty warm outside. Hey, look, on the phone you said that something was bothering you. Is there anything I do to help?
Yeah.
Thanks.
It has to do with Mac and Jamie and Sandy.
What is it?
Well, I talked with Melissa Needham, and she seemed to be real worried because she couldn't get a hold of Sandy.
Yeah, and?
And, Jamie Frame is up at the Herald Clinic. But Melissa said that Jamie had something to do with Sandy's disappearance.
No, wait a minute, I don't get that.
Yeah, well, anyway, okay, I thought that I'd go over and talk to Mac Cory and see what he could tell me. But when I got there, Mac was gone and Rachel was at the Cory house.
And you think that something strange is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I really do. See, I told Melissa about Ilsa Fredericks being arrested, and she just didn't react the way she should have. And I said, well, what was the problem? And she said, well, I'm still worried about Sandy.
Well, then what happened?
Well, I went back over and talked to Melissa, and this time Melissa said that she'd heard from Sandy, and he was at his sister's in Indiana, and he had talked to Jamie, and Jamie was doing fine at the clinic.
Did you find Mac?
No, but I'm not even sure I believe Melissa's story.
Why not?
Well, she just reacted too quickly, and I don't think her heart was in it when she said that everything was okay.
There is something about this whole thing that just isn't making any sense.
What do you mean?
Well, just before Jamie left for the clinic, he stopped past the loft.
And?
He wanted to borrow his telephone answering machine.
His telephone answering machine?
Yeah, and that is what's bothering me.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it?
I know it doesn't. Now, why is a person who is going to be checking into a psychiatric clinic want to take along his telephone answering machine?
I don't know, but there's a lot of strange things going on, and I'm going to find out what they are.
Okay, Cory, we're going to try your little offer. Now, we want $100,000, we want the car, and we want plane tickets.
Right. And in return, you won't hurt them.
Oh, sure. We'll let Alexander live, and your son will throw the daughter-in-law in for the bargain.
I can get you the money. I know that, but I'm not sure that I can get it in small bills.
Ah, that's Ilsa's demand. Don't worry, I don't mind big bills. You just get it fast, you understand?
I understand.
All right. Now, let me tell you something, Cory. See, I wouldn't mind spreading their brains all over this cabin roof, okay? So you play straight with me, or I'm going to have a little fun up here.
I want to have a minute.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Hannah, get the lady out of there. Okay, I'll be all right.
Come on, cutie, let's
Hey, come on, take it easy with her, Hannah. She's got nothing to do with this anyway.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Alexander. I think she has a lot to do with the way things are shaping up.
Now
Go ahead.
just sit there and be quiet, little girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Gonna be all right, son.
I'll be fine. Mac,
know I told you not to come back here.
Don't worry.
But
I'm coming back, Jamie.
Well, now that Cecile is here,
Nothing's going to happen to Cecile, or to you, or to Sandy. I'm going to see to that.
Okay, Mac. Bye-bye.
Sandy, do what you can for Cecile. You won't admit it, but he's badly hurt.
Mac, you just take care of yourself, okay?
Okay, son. I'll be back.
Come on, hurry up. Let's go. We gotta go.
Don't worry. I'm coming back soon. Everything's going to be all right.
Okay.
Believe me?
Yes.
I'll be back.
You'd better be back, Cory. Or you know what the consequences will be.
Blackbird is singing, his love has gone away. Oh. Who is it?
Jerry, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, come on in.
Hi.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hiya.
There's a question that I have to ask you.
Well, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time because I've got to go on in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, well, I was just talking to Larry, and he said that you two had been discussing some things about Sandy Alexander, and he was...
Oh, well, listen, I told Larry. Everything's fine.
Well, he felt like there might be some things that you weren't letting on.
Look, I did get really concerned. I was very upset when I talked to Larry because I hadn't heard from Sandy. And he never answered any of my calls, so I was worried. But he's called me. He's fine, and there is nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, well, I know that's what you told Larry, but I just wanted to hear it for myself. Now, are you sure that you're being straight?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm really being straight. Yes, straight. Come on, what do I have to do to convince you?
We're in this together. If there's anything that Larry and I can do to help.
Look, why don't you just go back and tell Larry everything is fine? I told him, and now I am telling you.
Look, if Sandy is in any danger and he needs some help, can't you see that the smartest thing that you
Listen,
can
don't
do
tell me what the smartest thing is, okay? I am telling you that Sandy's not in any trouble. But if you guys keep sticking your nose into this, you just might put him in danger, okay? Listen, just excuse me, okay? Because I've got to go. Bye-bye.
Same good.
You see, basically, Rick, what I really need from you is just some more information about the Jordan Scott murder case.
But you already know all the facts of that case.
Yes, I know. But really, what I want from you is your side of the story. First, I mean, a very important thing. How did you become suspicious? Rick, how did you know that gunshot wound wasn't the cause of death? That sort of thing.
Well, the medical examiner's report surprised me. I mean, the fact that there's no autopsy performed. And I never believed Blaine was guilty.
You see, that's just it. Tell me, I mean, what was your first clue? How did you know that the medical report wasn't right? Rick, what was it? Doctor's instinct? Something like that?
Philip, I don't know.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I really don't want to talk about it right now.
Why not?
It's Jamie Frame. He's missing from the Herald Clinic. I just found out.
You're kidding.
No. He just walked out. He asked to be released, but the doctors wanted to keep him a little while longer. And he just took off.
Well, have you talked to Ada, Mac? He's probably gotten in touch with them.
I've talked to everybody. No one knows where he is.
Now, wait a minute. That's not like Jamie. That's not his style. He doesn't run off like that.
He's still involved with the drugs. Who knows what he's thinking?
Hey, all you can do is keep trying. I promise you he's bound to get in touch with somebody sometime.
I suppose so.
Well, Rick, all we can do now is just stop this. We could talk about this at a later date.
I really appreciate that, because all I can think about now is finding Jamie before it's too late.
Alice, did you get any news?
No, I was hoping you'd heard something.
No. Right now, I don't want any news. I don't think it's all going to be bad news.
You can't take that attitude.
I don't know how else to feel.
Look, why don't you sit down and I'll get us some tea and something to eat?
No, I don't want anything to eat. I'm not hungry. You help yourself, okay?
No, I'm going to stay here with you until we hear something.
You don't have to do that. You know, it's going to be an awfully long wait.
I don't care how long the wait. You shouldn't have to worry alone.
I just wish I knew more. I've gone over it and over it in my head, and I can't seem to make any sense out of any of it.
I know. I keep trying to put the pieces together, too, and nothing fits. Something's missing.
It's the missing link that I'm worried about.
Rachel, there is something else.
What?
Well, I talked to Russ, and he knows that Jamie left the clinic.
Well, we know that, too. He got kidnapped.
Well, that's just the point. We knew that, but Russ didn't.
So?
So the doctors at the Herald Clinic called Russ to tell him that Jamie was gone. They thought he might be coming back to Bay City, and they wanted Russ to know.
Well, we know he's not coming back. I mean, he's being held hostage.
Yes, I know, but Russ didn't know that. He was afraid that Jamie was just wandering around, and he was afraid for what? Well, he was going to call in the police to find Jamie.
He can't do that.
I know. I tried to stop him.
Alice, do you realize what jeopardy that he's going to put Jamie's life in?
I convinced him not to.
How?
Well, I didn't want to do it, Rachel, but there was no other choice.
What did you do?
I had to tell Russ the whole story.
Melissa, come on in. Would you like some coffee?
No. No, I don't think so.
Well, why don't you just sit down? I'm not going to keep you long, I promise. I know you have another show.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the reason I wanted to talk to you is I'd like to know a little more than what you said at the trial.
Well, I don't really think I should say very much more about it.
No, well, Melissa, what I'm really trying to do is give you a chance to tell your side of the story. I mean, after all, Zachary Colton didn't give you much of a chance when you were on the stand.
No, he didn't. Still, I have a feeling that what I did say was probably more than enough.
Oh, yeah, I know, but you can't keep people from wondering, can you?
No, I know that. I was kind of hoping that everybody would forget about it after the trial. But they stare at me. And I know exactly what they're thinking.
But you see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Let me get you to tell the whole story. And then they can see that you had no choice in doing the things you did because of Ilsa Frederick.
Listen, I want that whole part of my life just forgotten. I want it over with once and for all.
Well, the least you can do is help me do my part, really. I think it'd be a good step in the right direction. What do you say?
Listen, I didn't really play a very big part in this whole thing. So why is it that you want...
Oh, listen, please, relax. You're not the only one I'm planning to interview.
Who else did you have in mind?
Sandy Alexander.
Oh, Sandy.
Did I say something wrong?
Oh, no. No, what you were... I guess what you were saying was that, I was just a little bit nervous because I hadn't seen Sandy in a couple of days. I hadn't heard from him. So I was a little worried. I thought maybe Ilsa's people had gone after him.
Ilsa's people?
Yeah, I'd gotten some word that Ilsa had sent some people down from Vegas, to look for Sandy after he'd done all that talking at the trial.
I see. And now what you're telling me is there really were no people, is that it?
Right. It was silly of me to be worried. I just hadn't heard from him for a few days, and I thought something had happened. But I've heard from him now.
You heard from Sandy?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, he called me from his sister Donna's place in Indiana. And he's fine.
And what about Ilsa's people?
That was a false alarm. I think they were just trying to scare him.
Wow, so Sandy's in Indiana, is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Indiana. I just told you that.
Yeah, I know you just told me, Melissa, but somehow I just don't believe you.
Well, what is it with you people in this town? I mean, what is it I have to do to convince you that everything is just fine?
Jamie? Yeah. You okay, man?
Yeah. You?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, listen. Tell me what happened.
Well, I was staying here like we planned. And these two showed up.
No, man, not about that. Tell me what happened to your face.
Oh. Well, I thought I found a way to get out of here.
You mean Hannah?
Yeah. She thought I was you.
So?
So, Lenny's buddy caught us just before I got out of here.
Oh, wow, man. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Oh, man. I don't know, I thought I finally had a chance to get out. I had to take a shot at it.
Yeah, I know, but you know, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. I mean, it should have been me.
Don't worry about it. Nothing we can do about it now. What made you come here? I mean, how'd you know there was trouble?
Hey!
What?
Keep quiet, you guys.
I'll tell you. It was Cecile.
Cecile?
Yeah, she drove up there and got me out.
How'd you know where you were?
I'll tell you, I don't know for sure, but she told the attendant she was Sandy Alexander, so they let her in to see me. And then she got some hospital clothing and got us out of there.
Sandy, you would have been much better off if you just stayed there. Yeah. At least you would have been safe.
Hey! Jamie? Hey! I told you guys to be quiet. I mean that.
And today's forecast is a hot one. Temperatures should be rising as the heat wave moves in. We may even break 100 out there. Currently, it's 78 degrees with partly cloudy skies. I'll be back with more from the Country Hall of Fame right after this.
Jamie?
Hello, listen, may I please speak with a patient who's there? His name's James Frame. What? Well, okay, then let me speak with his doctor, please.
Dr. Feldman.
Hello, this is Larry Ewing with the Bay City Police Department. I'm calling to check on a patient of yours, Jamie Frame.
Oh, I'm afraid Mr. Frame is missing.
Missing?
Yes. You see, he asked my permission to leave, and I told him that I could not grant permission because I didn't feel he was ready to leave.
Well, what's wrong?
Well, nothing was wrong. It's just that I didn't feel he'd made sufficient progress to warrant his release.
So what happened?
Well, apparently he got an orderly's uniform out of our linen closet and simply walked out of the hospital.
Well, and you haven't found him yet?
No, not yet, but we have notified his doctors in case he should return home in Bay City.
Dr. Feldman, do you think it's dangerous that he's out on his own right now?
Well, it could be, Mr. Ewing. It could be. In fact, I think the sooner he's found, the better it will be for his treatment in the long run, yes.
Oh, do you think he might be having some adverse reaction to the drugs he's been taking?
No, I don't think so. He's quite a husky young man, solidly built. I don't think that would be...
Wait a minute. Can you describe the patient we're talking about?
Describe him?
Yeah, you know, his height, his weight, his coloring.
Yes, of course. Well, he's about 155 pounds, 5'11". blonde curly hair.
Thank you.
Melissa, what's happening?
I'm scared, Blaine.
Still no news yet?
No. And now people are starting to ask me questions, and I don't know how much longer I can keep up this lying.
Well, who's asking you all the questions?
Jerry, for one. He came over here and he told me that Larry is starting to suspect that I'm keeping things from him.
Well, you know Jerry. He's still a cop at heart.
But then there's Philip Lyons. He started in on me about Sandy.
Philip?
Yeah. I went over to his office to do an interview, supposed to be about my testimony at your trial. Well, he started asking me questions about Sandy, too. Only he made it very clear that he didn't believe what I had told him.
You mean about Sandy being with his sister in Indiana?
That's right. And the more people that know about this, the worse it can get.
Melissa, maybe we ought to tell the real story.
No, we can't do that. The more people that know about it, the more we can endanger everybody else.
Okay. But at least now let's level with Larry. He'll be able to help us.
No. No, I promised Sandy that I wouldn't tell anybody, Blaine, and that includes Larry.
Melissa, we have got to do something.
No, I'm sorry. Larry's out. He's a cop, Blaine.
Well, he still happens to be my brother, Melissa. Listen, we can trust him.
Still,
he doesn't want anything to happen to Sandy and Jamie any more than we do.
Look, I know that,
We've got to talk to him, Melissa. We've got to let him help us.
I don't know, Blaine. I just can't bring myself to take the risk of endangering all those people. And I still think that Sandy's just going to be able to have to handle it by himself. He can do it.
Oh, yeah, right. That's why we haven't heard anything for so long.
I don't know about all that.
No, Melissa. It's time to talk to Larry.
I am just scared of what might happen if we do.
Well, I am more scared of what might happen to Sandy and Jamie with no help at all.
You told Russ the whole story. How could you have done that?
I had no choice. He was going to call the police.
Do you realize the danger you've put my son in?
I was trying to protect Jamie.
So now what is Russ going to do? Sit back and wait for news?
He promised me that he wouldn't do anything to jeopardize Jamie's safety.
Seems to me you could have found another way to stop Russ.
Well, if you could have seen how determined he was, you wouldn't think so.
I think you could have found a better way to stop him.
All right, what's the point? I told him, but he's not going to call the police. At least I accomplished that much.
If it had been your son, you would have found another way.
It's not fair, Rachel. Please don't misunderstand me. My only concern is for Jamie.
And why your sudden interest in Jamie?
It's hardly a sudden interest. I've always cared deeply for Jamie.
He's my son.
I know that, Rachel. His father was my husband.
I'm sorry.
Look, why don't you get some rest?
I don't want any rest.
You know, you're not going to do anybody any good by making yourself ill.
I'm all right. I just want to find out that my son is all right.
Okay. I'll wait here with you.
Thank you.
Alice? I'm here, Rachel. Here, take this.
What is it?
It's a mild sedative. Russ prescribed it for me.
I don't want a sedative.
Rachel, it'll help relax you. You'll be able to get some rest.
I don't want to sleep.
Rachel, you've got to get some rest.
Alice, I just said...
Rachel, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you know how long you've been awake?
No, I didn't know it was that late.
Now, please take this. I promise I'll stay right here and I'll wake you if I hear anything.
All right, I'll take it.
Just try to relax.
I'll be here.
I'm sorry, man. Can't bleed.
Now sit down there and be quiet.
Please, I want to see if my husband's all right. I want to take care of him.
No way, sweets.
Hannah, come on. Let her sit with her husband.
Come on.
Jamie, look at you.
Now, isn't that a nice thing to see? You know, they must have really missed each other, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, they'd better not get too close to this togetherness. If Matt Cory doesn't come back with that money, this may be their last chance.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.